1945. Allied forces liberate concentration camps across Europe. The photographs shock the world. Nuremberg trials follow. Never again. That same year, in Manchuria, the Soviet Red Army reaches a Japanese facility. Unit 731. What they find matches the scale of Nuremberg, and in some methods exceeds it. Vivisection theaters, Frostbite laboratories, pressure chambers, plague testing facilities. 10,000 people dead, not in combat, in experiments. The Americans arrive, review the data, make an offer. Immunity for information. No trials, no executions, no justice. This is how genocide becomes research, how war criminals become professors. Same species, different deal. 1935. Japanese Imperial Army establishes research facility near Harbin, Manchuria. Official name: Epidemic Prevention and Water Purification Department. Official purpose: disease prevention for Japanese troops. Actual purpose: biological warfare development, human experimentation. Commander: Surgeon General Shiro Ishii, graduate of Kyoto Imperial University. The facility covers 6 square kilometers. Administrative buildings, barracks, laboratories, and the prisons. Chinese civilians, Soviet prisoners, Mongolians, Koreans, Allied POWs. Men, women, children. They're not called prisoners. The researchers call them Maruta, logs. As in wooden logs, raw material for experiments. 3,000 at any given time, 10,000 total over 10 years. Housed in cells, numbered, fed adequately, need healthy specimens for testing. They don't know what's coming. Vivisection without anesthesia. Surgeons practice on live prisoners, remove organs while conscious, document how long they survive. Prisoners strapped to tables, fully aware. The point isn't practice, it's data, how the body fails, how systems shut down. Frostbite testing. Prisoners taken outside in winter, arms exposed, frozen solid, thawed in different ways. Water temperature experiments, survival rates documented. Pressure chambers. Prisoners sealed inside. Pressure increased until eyes pop from sockets. Organs rupture. Time of death recorded. Plague testing. Prisoners infected with bubonic plague, anthrax, cholera, typhoid. Disease progression documented, photographed. No treatment. Some dissected alive to observe internal organ infection. And the field tests. Plague bombs. Ceramic shells filled with plague-infected fleas, dropped over Chinese cities. Ningbo, Changde, Kongshan. Plague outbreaks follow. Thousands die. Unit 731 sends researchers to document effectiveness, collect samples, refine the weapon. This isn't war. This is laboratory work at city scale. Estimates vary. Consensus: 200,000 to 300,000 Chinese civilians killed by biological weapons alone, not counted in official war casualties. Plague deaths look natural. Everything is recorded. Photographs, surgical notes, infection timelines, mortality rates, organ samples preserved in jars. Detailed, methodical, scientific. This is the difference between atrocity and research. Atrocity leaves bodies. Research leaves files. August 1945. Japan surrenders. Unit 731 has days to evacuate. Orders: destroy the evidence. They blow up the buildings, burn the documents, and kill the remaining prisoners. The logs are destroyed with the facility. Soviet Red Army reaches Harbin first. September 1945. They find ruins, some remaining structures, enough to understand. They capture some researchers, hold trials in Khabarovsk, 1949. 12 convicted. Sentences: 2 to 25 years in labor camps. No executions. The Americans want the data, not for justice, for research. The Soviets have some researchers. The US wants the rest, especially Ishii. 1947. The Cold War is starting. The Soviets are building biological weapons. The Americans need to catch up. Fast. Human experimentation data takes years to collect. Decades. Unless someone already did it. Deal offered: immunity from prosecution in exchange for complete data transfer. Shiro Ishii and core researchers accept. The data is worth more than punishment. The US gets detailed human experimentation results, biological weapon effectiveness data, infection rate documentation, plague bomb engineering specifications. Data that would take years to reproduce. Data that requires human subjects. Data the Americans couldn't legally collect themselves. No war crimes trials for Unit 731. Nuremberg executes Nazi doctors for human experimentation. Tokyo War Crimes Tribunal doesn't mention Unit 731. The Americans classify the data. The researchers go home. Some become university professors, medical administrators, government advisors. They live full lives, die old. No punishment, no justice, no acknowledgement. 10,000 dead. Experiments without anesthesia. Plague bombs tested on cities. The Nazis got Nuremberg. The Japanese got immunity. The difference wasn't the crime. It was the data. We prosecute atrocities we don't need. We hire the ones we do. Justice depends on whether the files are useful. Ishii died in 1959, age 67. Natural causes. Never charged. Some Unit 731 researchers published their work in medical journals after the war. No mention of how they got the data. The subjects listed as monkeys. We hanged Nazi doctors at Nuremberg for doing less. We paid Japanese doctors for doing worse. Same species, same experiments, different value to the victor. Case closed.